we are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now, Cardi B's comeback single has unfortunately plummeted off the US Payola Songs chart on just its second day of release. The track also failed to debut on the global Spotify chart and is currently not charting in any country on Spotify. For a comeback record, this rollout has been a commercial failure on Spotify so far. Now, Cardi B is trying to get a TikTok hit. She wants y'all to make dances for the song so that way it can go viral on TikTok. This is what she had to say.
I rested all day today. That's why I'm kind of up at this time. Tomorrow, I'm going to try my best to rest, but tomorrow I got to do a couple of things. I'm working on something that is pretty cool. And I also got to work this record and stuff like that. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for putting this record together and everything, and like just promoting it and everything. Send me good videos, and I hope people make dances to this song. If there's one that I really like, y'all know how much I hate dancing, but I'm gonna try to do a TikTok video recreating it. Also, I'm trying to get my TikTok fixed. Like, it's not letting me send gifts. Like, ever since I lost my check for some weird reason, I have to wait for TikTok to let me send gifts. And I want to turn up this week more for the record, but I need some rest.
Now, the song is supposed to debut in the top 20, top 25 on the Billboard Hot 100 if the streams, increase or remain stable, right? If it decreased, then it may not go top 20 or top 25. But let me know if you guys think a viral TikTok dance, maybe she's trying to get like the Quiet on the Creek, like a dance like that to go viral for her song. Some fans are blaming the label, saying the label is not pushing it enough. They want the full playlist and payola package that she used to get. One, Cardi B should have never dropped the same day as Ariana Grande. Bitch, you're not Taylor or Beyonce. Those are the only two artists. And I think Nicki Minaj dropped the same day as Ariana as well. Or maybe like a week before Ariana or a week after Ariana. But the point of the matter is, you're not a big enough artist to be dropping the same day as Ariana Grande. You need to be dropping the same day as Saucy Santana. That's your competition. Okay? You shouldn't be dropping no day as a big pop star. It's like your ego is through the roof. Number two, the song ain't really that great. The first verse, like I told y'all, the first verse is decent. I can give threes when threes are due. So I'll give Partisan Fontaine his threes. The second verse is a complete chop. Oh my goodness. It's terrible. I said that. I said the second verse ain't that great. And then when you read the bars, they don't hit. The bars very much give, Ice Spice. She talking about pulling on Huggies. And I'm like, what are these doo-doo bars doing in here? Is she copying Ice Spice? Why is she talking about pulling on Huggies? She want to be scratch off? I don't get why she, using the doo-doo bars now. It's like, the creativity is running out. And then on top of that, I feel like because Nicki Minaj has been paying her dust, she's not going to get the traction. The only time Cardi B really make noise like that is when she beefing with Nicki Minaj. Y'all got to pay attention. When she beefing with Nicki, it sends the music through the roof. When Nicki quiet, Cardi B crumbles. No shade. Now, Nicki Minaj has made a subscription on X. And a lot of the haters are not happy about it. A fan said, a Cardi B stalker fan said, she is fed up of you guys. RO, she is broke. LOL. So now fans want to push the narrative that Nicki Minaj is broke and that she's struggling because she made a subscription on X, which I believe is $10. Okay. Now, let me know if you guys are getting the subscription and if you guys feel like it's worth it to view some of her tweets. A lot of the fans, I feel like, are going with this narrative because usually celebrities don't do subscriptions like this, even though I do think a few female rappers definitely will follow suit. Just like when Nicki went on Station Head, then everybody else went on Station Head. Nicki Minaj was the first rapper to really be a mainstream rapper, not D and F list, mainstream rapper to go on Station Head, then everybody started following suit. Okay, so I definitely think that the other female rappers are gonna eventually follow suit, especially the ones that don't sell. You know, like Scratch Off, she definitely gonna be going on there, making subscriptions, posting her and her baby in 21 Below Average for her 3 fans to see. Okay, now, I feel like Nicki Minaj did this because a lot of times the blogs or certain people on social media that don't like Nicki Minaj try to get hit tweets from Nicki Minaj if she posts anything, whether it's political or not. You know, magically they'll have a post and they'll get like 100K likes and 15 million views, and you know, you can get monetized on X for getting that many views. So I think Nicki sees, okay, you know, people are making money off of me. Why don't I make money off of my own tweets? I think that's how she's looking at it. But I think that the haters will still tune in, buy the subscription, and then post the tweets. I can see that eventually happening. Now, unfortunately, Doja Cat and Scratch Off are getting canceled by the Black community. As we know, they put out a music video a few weeks ago for OK, right? And they had a bunch of Black men in the music video. Some fans were saying that it looks like they having Black men as props. And unfortunately, Ebro and Rosenberg, who got fired from Hot 97, said this about Doja Cat and Scratch Off.
Them being very provocative with dark-skinned men with the jewelry and do-rags doing push-ups, then one in jail. It's, you know, I wasn't going to personally use the phrase Mandingo Army, but he summed it up well.
Well, I mean, he added some comedic elements to it.
His
there's no way around it.
But
there's no way around it. They missed it. Whoever shot it.
But why would you? What, as he pointed out, as Christian pointed out, what would be the artistic interpretation of it specifically being dark-skinned men all dressed like this?
Well, it speaks to the ignorance of not only Doja and Lotto, unfortunately, who both people I like, but it speaks to their ignorance of not understanding, and the teams around them not understanding the historical ramifications of the imagery that they're showing.
But how?
Like look, they both may love dark-skinned men. That might be their preference,
bro. But if you,
but why do they have to be in jail? And why do they have to be doing push-ups? And why do they have to be washing cars? Why do they have to be wearing do-rags?
Asian women and you had them all serving you wearing traditional like
geisha outfits,
and they were like on hands and knees serving you. Oh, but I love Asian women, bruh. That's not how you show loving,
right?
Now, let me know how y'all feel about it. In my opinion, when I was watching the video, I peeped it, but I didn't want to feel like I was quote unquote too woke or I was nitpicking. But I peeped it. I was like, damn. Doja Cat, one, don't even like Black men. They should have given her a white one. That's one thing. And then I was saying, like, Doja Cat and Scratch Off did not interact with any of the men in the music video. They was just basically props. She got them doing push-ups while she's looking in the camera. You know, they're like nodding their head, acting like they like the song, even though this song is really designed for women. To me, it definitely gave that they were being used as props. But at the end of the day, I mean, they are technically props. That is technically how music videos go. You know, even if it was women in the music video, they probably would have been twerking or something. And you're basically a prop for the music video. But I peeped it. I just didn't want to feel like I was nitpicking because I don't think that Doja Cat and Scratch Off are racist. Okay? And Scratch Off do like dark-skinned Black men, you know, i.e. 21 below average. Doja Cat, not so much. But, you know, I'm sure Scratch Off's team got those men from, like, the basketball court or something and paid them $100 each for the day. you can tell, and I said this when I reviewed or when I gave my opinion on the music video, I thought it was a little bit cheaply done. Okay. So I'm sure that whoever was behind the music video, because they have creative directors and, you know, people in charge of the music videos. It just wasn't Scratch Off and Doja Cat. But I'm sure whoever was in charge of it didn't really have a budget to execute everything right. And I just feel like Scratch Off, you know, she always misses the mark when it comes to music videos because she doesn't have a budget. So her music videos are not going to be super creative, you know. Now, fans are deeply concerned with Lil' Kim. The rapper was spotted recently at a red carpet event. And her daughter's very cute, I might add. But unfortunately, the plastic surgery transformation during her latest public appearance has caused a frenzy. You know, I don't know if she was trying to be a bloated Michael Jackson, but that's what it was given. It was giving Michael Jackson if he was eating mac and cheese and Buffalo Wild Wings. It was actually giving Michael Jackson meets Jocelyn Wilderstein. It was giving that. Michael Jackson meet Jocelyn Wilderstein. That's what it was really giving. Lil' Kim needs to stop with the surgery. She's gotten worse throughout the years. You can't say she's not touching her face because it gets worse year after year. And my whole thing is, why are you getting plastic surgery? You're flopping. Like, you ain't got nothing going on. You ain't got no tours. I can understand if it was like Brandy and Monica, like, you know, Brandy went on the Ozempic because, you know, she had a tour. She performed at Essence Festival. She working on new music. That makes sense, okay? Even though I would not use Ozempic if I were you, okay? Because that can give you a lot of heart issues in the future. But the point of the matter is, I can understand why she would do it for the time being. Lil' Kim ain't got nothing going on. In my opinion, is she trying to morph into Cardi B? I'm confused by the plastic surgery. And people can say, oh, well, Biggie broke her nose. That was 40 years ago. Biggie's been dead for like 30 years, okay? Like, come on now. There's no reason for her to touch anything. She's not popping. She ain't got nothing going on. It's a psychological warfare that she's going through, okay? She needs to go to rehab. No shade. She needs to go to rehab, and a few other celebrities need to go with her. If she don't go to rehab, she needs to see a therapist. This is ridiculous. This is unhealthy. You shouldn't be changing your face every year. Now, another person that allegedly will be going to rehab is Ariana Grande. Ariana has dropped out of the Sunday in the Park with George via People magazine. They also report that Grande plans to take a step back from the public visibility after the end of her tour, following intensified public scrutiny. Her team has stated she looks forward to finishing the tour and ending it on a high note, both healthily and happily, then taking a much-deserved break from public-facing work and appearances, which has led to endless ongoing public scrutiny. This tour has been a beautiful experience for her. She loves her fans and has loved every minute of this tour so much. Now, Instagram did put a community note on one of her posts that was promoting her music video, Pedal. And it says, if you or someone you love is struggling with an eating disorder, please reference some free hotlines and seek support. Damn, that is just messed up. Now, in hindsight, Ariana, she do look sickly. You know, I love Queen Ari, but like I said before, I miss when Ariana was in her culture vulture bag. She wasn't this skinny. You know, she had the dark black eyeliner. She was stealing ideas from 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz almost sued her because, you know, she copied his Trap Queen aesthetic in her 7 Rings music video. I miss that Ariana. I love culture vulture Ariana Grande. I don't mind Ariana Grande being a culture vulture, unlike BTS, because one thing about Queen Ari, she's always been an ally for the black community. These other celebrities like BTS and, these other artists, Blackpink, they have not been allies for the Black community and spoke on Black rights or rights for the gay community like Ariana has. So I will never turn my back on Ariana, because as a A-list pop star, she's one of the few pop stars and few artists that do so. A lot of these artists don't, even the Black ones. Okay, they turn their backs on the Black community and act like coons, i.e. Lil Wayne. So I'm always going to stand by Queen Ari, and hopefully, on her hiatus, she does get help, the help that she needs. And, she's around loved ones and people that care about her. The problem is Ariana has a lot of yes men around her. She don't need yes men right now. She needs people that actually do love her and is going to help her get better. Not people that just want to check from her. There is a difference. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Ariana. Champagne Thickums, Camel Face, Taylor and Selena on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And I hope you guys have a great day.